started.
Which chapter this is? 10th, no? Which is? Huh? Yeah.
Yes,
The
Mataji.
technique of hearing and remembering. In that we did first, second, third, fourth. Okay. So we saw the first thing about hearing, we saw what we should hear, about the qualities, about the names, about the pastimes. And then we saw about expecting Krishna's mercy and cannot demand. And then now we will be dealing with the topic remembrance. And then comes meditation. Okay. So remembrance is having three verses in one paragraph: 75, 175, 176, and 177. I'll read all the three. Atah smritihi यथा कथं चिन्मनसा सम्बन्धः स्मृति उच्यते. What is the meaning of remembrance? मनसः सम्बन्धः, चिन्मनसः सम्बन्धः. Samodada, connecting the mind to the Lord. That is known as remembrance. Like you are remembering someone. That means you're connecting your mind to that person. And already we remember what happened to me in the past and all. We remember, isn't it? So what is that remembrance? Again, we are connecting to that incident. Our mind gets connected. Now, when the mind gets connected to the sambandha, that means to the relationship of Lord, that is known as remembrance. Yatha Vishnu Purane 176 Smrute Sakala Kalyana Bhajanam Yat Prajayate Purusham Tam Ajam Nityam Vrajami Sharanam Harim. So Vishnu Purana also speaks about it. 5.17.17. Smrute Sakala Kalyana. Just by remembering, it gives auspiciousness. By remembrance of whom one takes possession of all auspiciousness. We remember so many things, but that is not auspicious for us. So what is the thing which is bringing auspiciousness? That is remembering him. Smrute sakala kalyana bhajanam yatra jayate. It gives auspiciousness. And then purusham tam ajam nityam prajami sharanam harim. In this way, purusham tam ajam nityam. He is ajam, he is unborn, he is nitya, he is eternal, he is only purushaha. So he is the only enjoyer. I take shelter of him. Vrajami Sharanam Harim. I take shelter of him. So I want to remember him. So that remembrance brings auspiciousness. Okay, next is 177. Yatha cha padme prayane cha prayane cha yannama smaratam nunam sadyo nashyati papaugho namastasmai chit atmane. Now remembrance is given in Padma Purana also. I offer my respect to the Lord. Remembrance of his name, Yannama Smaratam Nunam. When a person remembers him, Prayane, by living, then cha prayane, that means while dying. Prayane means dying actually. Prayane is dying. Prayane is living. Because how we prana prayane cha, prana prayane, by living. Prayane. Yannama smratam nunam. So by living or by dying, when a person remembers him, Sadhyo Nashyati Papa, all the papas automatically is destroyed. Namastasmai Chit Atmane. In this way, I pay obeisances to that omniscient Lord. Chit Atmane. Chit Atmane means one who is staying in everyone's heart and one who knows everyone. Omniscient, omnipresent. So he knows everything. I offer my obeisances to him. Prayane means at the time of dying. Aprayane means leaving. Prana prayane. it comes on. Krishna Tadiya Pada Pankaja Panjarantam Adyeva Me Vishatumanasa Rajahamsa Prana Prayani Kavavata Pittahi Kantavarodhana Vadusmaranam Kutaste. So Prana Prayane, when the prana is going, Prayane. When the prana is there, Aprayane. In both the situations, one just has to remember Krishna. Prayana Kale Manashachalena. Bhagavad Gita also speaks, 8th chapter, 10th verse. Prayana Kale Manasachalena. That means at the time of quitting the body, one should remember Krishna. So 8th chapter, 10th verse speaks about it. That Prayanakale Manasachalena Bhaktya Yukto Yoga Balena Chaiva Madhye Pranam Aveshya Samya Satam Param Purusham Upaiti Divyam. So one who at the time of death fixes his life hair between the eyebrows and by the strength of yoga, with an undeviating mind engages himself in remembering the Supreme Lord in full devotion, will certainly attain to the Supreme Personality of God. So in this way, he attains the Supreme Person just by remembering him. This is what is given. In both the situations, it is not just Antakalecha Mameva Smaranukvakaleva. No, it's not just Antakalecha. Even while leaving, that is why it is said, Kulashekar Alvar writes, Krishna Tvadiya Pada Pankaja Panjaranta. Right? Now my life is nice. My health is good. My consciousness is good. Better remember Lord. Better chant the holy name. Prana Prayana Samaye. What is going to happen at the time of death? I don't know. Kafavata Pittahi. At that time, I don't know whether my nose will be choked up, my mouth will be choked up, my kantha will be choked up. When my body is healthy, don't be conjuice. How many rounds? 1 round. 2 rounds. Minimum 16 rounds. Just do it. Whenever acharyas have told some meaning must be there. No? Actually, Srila Prabhupada told 64 rounds. Devotees told 64 rounds, Prabhupada, how it is possible. Okay, 32, that is also 16. Every one of us should do 16 rounds. Minimum 16 rounds. Then we are proper students of Bhakti Shastri. And if you are not doing that also, what is the use then? So now when the body is healthy, do it. Don't wait till the time of death. Oh, at the time of death, I'll remember. We don't know. If we do now sincerely, we don't know that time, whether we are able to do or not. But one thing, yes, yadi vatadi doshena mad bhakto mam nachasmarit aham smarami mad bhakta nayami paramam gatim. Varaha Puran speaks it. Lord Varaha says, yadi vatadi doshena, because of vata adi doshaha, mad bhakto mam nachasmarit. If a devotee is not able to remember, the Lord says, aham smarami mad bhaktaha. I will remember him. But whom? With devotee. Devotee means tesham satate yuktanam. Always he is engaged. That person only can be devotee. If he is not engaged in Krishna consciousness, how a person can be called as a devotee? 24 hours. One has to remember Lord in different ways. Either you cook for Lord, you go office and you bring some money for Lord. Everything comes in that. You chant the holy name. Your consciousness should be early to bed, early to rise. That should be the consciousness. Early morning, chant the holy name. If that consciousness is there, then you call yourself a devotee. Simple. If that consciousness is not there, no, I'll do whatever I want. I'll wake up 8 o'clock. I'll wake up 9 o'clock. What? You know what to do. See, enthusiasm is the key success for devotion. And that enthusiasm is every day there's a festival. In festival, we wake up early or not. Like that, one should wake up early. And it should be energetic to do even devotion, even to chanting, even for cooking, or doing any services. Enthusiasm is a key success. Okay. So read this and read the
Mataji,
paragraph.
Mataji, that shloka you said no of Padma Purana, can you please repeat once again, Mataji?
Kulashekar Alvar, Mukundamala. Krishna, Tvadiya Pada Pankaj. Prabhupada used to chant every day. In bathroom, outside bathroom, every day this verse. कृष्ण त्वदीयपदपङ्कजपञ्जरान्तम् अद्यैव मे विशतु मानसराजहंस प्राणप्रयाणसमये कफवातपित्तैः कण्ठावरोधनवधू स्मरणं कुतस्ते. You do one thing, call Jumur and take this recording. In her marriage, what we did was we distribute. I and Nikhil sang this, and Jumur did the starting about Kulashekar Alvar. Whole Mukundamala is recorded, so you can hear. And because every Saturday we have started in our temple Mukundamala, so now children have finished their Brahma Samhita, so I'm taking for them Mukundamala and others also. In the morning they come. So every Saturday we have the class on Mukundamala 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock. This is the verse. Krishna Tvadiya Pada Pankaja Panjarantam. Now my body is good. Let me chant. How? Like a Hamsa enters the lotus. Like that, let the swan of my mind entangle in the stem of the lotus feet of Lord. Now I am healthy, I should do it. When the body is healthy, don't waste time. When body is not healthy, we'll be anyhow lying on the bed. Body is healthy, chant, 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 chant. That time don't be like a living dead body. When I was small, I used to call everybody as a living dead body. I don't know. I used to feel that all are dead bodies. Nobody is interested. I asked my Shiksha Guru. Oh, my mother thought she's mad because I used to think this body is dead body, this person is dead body. She took me to doctors. I told this person is also dead body. Then she was thinking, why this girl is calling everybody dead body? In marriages, she used to take either all are dead bodies. And I don't know why this thought is to come. Then I asked my Shiksha Guru when first we joined ISKCON. After that, some time when I met Kamal Chaturji, I asked him, why I feel that everybody is a dead body. Then he gave me a verse. Bhagavad Bhakti Hinasya Jati Shastra Japatapa Apranasya Dehasya Mandanam Lokaranjanam. Bhagavad Bhakti Hinasya, somebody is not interested in Bhagavad Bhakti. They call all type of nonsense. Now I look on to Bangalore. In my sister's son's wedding. I was just thinking, all my mother, sister, all 90s, they're just commenting on others. They're just talking on others. Nobody is interested in Krishna. There is a song when the boy and the girl sits. They sing Sita Kalyanam, Rama Kalyanam. And what is marriage? I was explaining to one person who was interested in hearing about Lord. I told marriage is never between a man and a woman. Vivaha sanskara is only between Lord and goddesses. Lakshmi Narayana, Padmavati Tayar, Venkatesh Perumal. Actually, Lord and Lakshmi is the only Vivaha. That is why in the Vivaha, I was hearing to the mantras. Nobody is interested to hearing the mantra of the Pujari also. Vishnu Rupani, Lakshmi Rupini. So the person who is sitting near me, I consider him as Vishnu Duta. The lady who is sitting near me, I consider her as Lakshmi Dasi. So in this way, they both serve Radha and Krishna, Lakshmi Narayan. So that is why they sing. It's a song, Lakshmi Kalyan. After what they did was, they sang for some time and immediately they put the name of the girl and the boy. I was just thinking of my heart. None of them are interested in talking about Lord. This is what happens. That is why those who are not remembering Lord, they are just chalta firta dead bodies. Bhagavad Bhakti Hinasya Jati Shastra Japatapa. You may be born in a very rich family. Jati, Shastra, you may be knowing many Shastras. Tapa, you must be doing so much of tapasya. Japatapa, Japatapa, you may be doing some chanting also. Which chanting we don't know. He is not interested in Bhagavad Bhakti. There are many chanting. Na? Some do Om Namah Shivaya. They some chant in some other different ways. But he is not interested in Bhagavad Bhakti. That is why heenas, yeah. This verse is very important. So mandanam lokaranjanam. What is he doing? He is only decorating the body, which is actually dead. The living force is what? Is the soul. And the soul is always connected to the super soul. Okay? So read the whole thing now. Aditya, you read and read the paragraph also. Small paragraph.
Okay, Mataji. 1.2.175 अथ स्मृतिः यथा कथं चिन मनसा सम्बन्ध स्मृतिरुच्यते. Translation: Remembrance, verse 87. Somehow or other, connecting the mind to the Lord is called remembrance. 1.2.176 यथा विष्णुपुराणे स्मृति सकल कल्याण भाजनम यत्र जायते पुरुषं तम अजं नित्यं व्रजामि शरणं हरिम. Translation: This is illustrated in the Vishnu Puran 5.17.17. I surrender to the unborn, eternal person Hari, by remembrance of whom one takes possession of all auspiciousness. 1.2.177 Yatha cha padme प्रयाणे च प्रयाणे च यन्नाम स्मरतां नृणाम् अत्युन्नश्यति पापोघौ नमस्तस्मै चिदात्मने. Remembrance is also illustrated in the Padma Puran. I offer my respects to the omniscient Lord. Remembrance of his name while living or dying immediately destroys heaps of sins committed by man. Remembrance. Some way or other, if someone establishes in his mind his continuous relationship with Krishna, this relationship is called remembrance. About this remembrance, there is a nice statement in the Vishnu Puran where it is said, simply by remembering the Supreme Personality of Godhead, all living entities become eligible for all kinds of auspiciousness. Therefore, let me always remember the Lord who is unborn and eternal. In the Padma Puran, the same remembrance is explained as follows. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Lord Krishna, because if someone remembers him, either at the time of death or during his span of life, he becomes freed from all sinful reactions. Hare Krishna.
Just by remembering, one becomes free from all the sinful reactions. Next comes dhyanam. Other dhyanam. Let us see how many verses are there in dhyanam. Meditation. It has 178, 179, second is 179, third is 180, fourth is 181, fifth is 183, which goes till the last. That means 5 verses. First is 178, 179, 180, 181. The last is very big. That is from the 5th paragraph till the last. So Palash will read all the first 4. Then Aruna Upadhyay will read the 5th one till last. And Aditya will read the verse. Atha dhyanam, dhyanam rupa guna krida sevade sushtu chintanam. So what is the meaning of dhyanam? See, what is remembrance and what is dhyanam? Remembrance means connecting the mind. What is dhyanam? Absorption. You have connected, now you have to absorb. Like I remembered someone, but then I'm absorbing myself or complete contemplation, skillful contemplation. That is known as meditation. Chanting makes us remember. The chanting should make us absorb also. It is not just I should chant and I should look here and there. I should be absorbed completely. That is known as skillful contemplation. The remembrance is now in a very deeper way with a great sense of gravity. That is known as remembrance. Meditation. Now 175th what it was telling, somehow remember Lord. That is somehow. But then contemplate, meditate, observe on the form, qualities, and pastimes and service. Then 179. Tatra Rupa Dhyanam. Now, Dhyanam is for four things. One is Lord's form, Lord's qualities, Lord's pastimes, and our services. We can contemplate on our service also. Oh, I have to go and cook tomorrow. What should I cook? Complete concentration. Oh, I'm going and making flowers for Lord. You not just go and land up and make something. I should contemplate what is the best design I can make. How nicely I can make the flowers. That is known as expert contemplation. You not just go and do some seva, put the needle and do. I have done my seva. And no. There are many people who go to cook, but sometimes the taste doesn't come. Why? Because that absorption is not there. You should be absorbed in that work. Oh, I should make the best flowers. In what way I can make? You're absorbed, then you try to research out. There are people who see what is the best way of cooking this item. So that I can cook the best for Lord. Madhendra Puri, when he went to Remuna, when in the Remuna, well, he had gone to bring Chandan actually. On the way he stopped at Remuna. And the people were talking that 12 handa kheer which is offered to Lord is the best. So he started contemplating. Oh, this is the best. I should taste it. Little bit actually I should taste it. So that I can make for my Gopala there in Vrindavan. Because his Gopala deities were placed at the top of Govardhan. So I'll make for him. So I should at least taste. So that is known as meditation. So he was just thinking, hey, why am I meditating on the kheer which Lord is now going to eat? Before Lord has eaten, I have only eaten. Because I am meditating so much on that kheer. He felt very shy and he ran away from it. He disgusted. He just ran away from that place. And Lord took one handa and hid it. That's why there Gopinath is known as Kheer Chor Gopinath. We are going now. Kheer Chor Gopinath in June. We are going for the yatra. If someone wants to join, he can join. We are going to solve all important places. Jaydev Goswami's birthplace, Baldev Vidyabhushan birthplace. There was Sikhi Mahiti. Sikhi Mahiti is, and another one, her name is Madhavi, her sister. They were 1.5 associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Leela. Ramanand Rai, Sarup Damodar, and Sikhi Mahiti and Madhavi. So like that, there were 3.5 associates. Their birthplace, Alarnath, all confidential places. So in this way, that is contemplating, meditating, absorption. So sometimes the children, they remember a subject. Okay, at that time they remember, afterwards they forget. But if they concentrate and they study the subject, that is known as absorption. Okay. Now, 179 speaks about Rupa Dhyana. Tatra Rupa Dhyanam Yatha Narasimhe, in the Narasimha Purana it is given. Bhagavat Charana Dvandva Dhyanam Nidvandvam iritam papinopi prasangena vihitam suhitam param. Bhagavat Charana Dvandva Dhyana. Charana Dvandva means two feet of the Lord. Dhyana, meditation on the 2 feet of the Lord. It is nirdvandvam iritam. It is considered to be the means of attaining freedom from the dualities. Nirdvandvam means to become nirdvandva, free from the dualities. Papinopi prasangena, even a sinner who casually meditates attains the highest benefit. Prasangena, api prasangena means somehow or the other it happened that he meditated. He is such a sinner, but casually he meditated. He attained the highest benefit. Then 180th verse speaks Guna Dhyana. Meditation on the form became now meditation on his guna, qualities. It is given in Vishnu Dharma. From Vishnu Dharma it is given. Ye kurvanti sada bhaktya Gunanusmaranam Hare Prakshina Kalu Saughas Te Pravishanti Hare Padam. So, Ye Kurvanti Sada Bhaktya is always interested in Gunasmaranam. Bhakta is interested in always remembering the qualities of the Lord, and that too with great devotion. Prakshinaha Kalu Saughas. What happens? All the contamination automatically goes away. Ye Pravishanti Hare Padam. In this way, Pravishanti means he enters the abode of Lord. Just by remembering the qualities of Lord, he enters the abode of Lord. How Krishna is so wonderful. How Krishna is so, he is Achyuta. That means for a devotee, he is ready to take any task. He is so lowest of the lowest also. He is highest of the highest. At the same time, for a devotee, he becomes lowest of the lowest. Just by remembering that quality, when Arjuna says, take my chariot and place in between the two armies, Krishna did not say, oh, shut up. I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You are asking me to take? How dare you? Ratam stapyam mechuta. He says, then what Krishna does? Yes. Stapayitva rathottamam. He placed. So these are the wonderful qualities. Lord is so humble. Goes as a peace messenger. Lord is so humblest of the humble. He says, whatever you eat, please give it to me. Do we ask anyone? We feel very shy, isn't it? Our ego hurts. Oh, Aruna, today what did you eat? Can you give from your plate? What did you eat? Anybody will ask. They'll feel, how can we ask like this? Huh? It feels that we are beggars or what? Now, Krishna becomes the most humblest beggar. Ever Prabhupada writes, I'm the most humblest beggar. Who will ask like this? Yat karoshi yadashnashi. Yadashnashi means whatever you eat, please give me. Yat karoshi, whatever you do, please do it for me. So frank statements, huh? So frank statements. He's not gumaing also. Yeah? So frank statement. Whatever you eat, give to me. Whatever you do it for me. So in this way, Krishna's qualities are so wonderful. Krida Dhyanam. Now, Krida means pastimes, where it is given Itha Padme in the Padma Purana. Sarva Madhurya Sharani. Sarva Madhurya Sarani. Sarvadbhuta Mayani Cha. Dhyanam Hare Charitrani. Lalitani Vimuchyate. Sarva Madhurya Sarani. Just by remembering the sweet Madhurya, the sweetness of Krishna. Any opulence is known, but sweet dealings, sitting with all the friends, eating from his mouth, giving from his own mouth, and on top of that, somebody fills the flowers in samosa, puts in the mouth. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes, one naughty friend, what he did, he removed the aloo and he put samosas, flowers in the samosa, put in the mouth of Krishna. Krishna's face was like, eyes are open, what is this taste, new taste. So all these wonderful pastimes, they are more astonishing. And it happens. It regularly happens. Don't think it happened. Krishna's pastimes happens every moment. And such a charming pastimes. Dhyanam Haresh Charitrani Lalitani. Lalitani means so charming. The pastimes are so wonderful. Vimuchyate. Vishesha Rupena Muchyate. That means it attains liberation. One attains liberation. Seva Dhyanam. This time we went to Vrindavan. The time we go over the Vikrama, there we have na Uchhadi ka lota. Then somebody told, after Chandra Sarovar, Krishna comes. He comes and sits in this place in the form of this Punchadi person. He takes another rupa and sits. So all the gopis also come. Where he went? Hey, Punchadi, kahan gaya Bhagwan? Punchadi means ask this person. Like that place became Punchadi ka lota. Isn't it? पूछ रहे तो पूछ रही like that became पूछ रही. And here Baba is sitting. He is that Baba Krishna himself. That this Baba is watching, all these gopis are talking to each other. Pujri, Pujri. And one place it is said, he is that Sakha of Krishna who is waiting for Krishna to come back. And here Krishna has not stepped out of Vrindavan, even a step. Um, uh, Vrindavanam padam ekam na gachati. I have not stepped even a step out of Vrindavan. I have not placed one step out of Vrindavan. So this Sakha is sitting because he's unmanifest and he thinks that Krishna is going to come. And Krishna, because Krishna said, I say, that means I'll be manifesting. So he's waiting. In one place it is said, this Baba is Krishna himself, who actually troubled these gopis by going away from the rasa in the Chandra Sarovar. And these gopis, they are talking to each other, Punjri, Punjri karke. So like that. So his pastimes are so wonderful. Now, Seva Dhyanam Yatha Purantare, that is 182, which is goes till last. Seva Dhyanam Yatha Purantare, in the Puranas it is given. मानसेनोपचारेण परिचर्या हरिं सदा परेवान् मनसा गम्यं तं साक्षात् प्रतिपेदिरे. So meditation on one service. Service can be like jhadu ka service also. Sometimes the service can be bartan manjne ka service. Any service can be given. Sometimes to take class will be the service. Constantly serving the Lord with items produced in the mind. Some devotees have directly attained the Lord, who is not approachable for others by words or mind. Sometimes a person doesn't have much, he's just contemplating in the mind. Like there was a devotee who was not very rich, but in the mind he's thinking, I'm making kheer for Lord. So much that he's bringing ingredients, he made the kheer also, he made the rice to boil for some time. You know how to make kheer? The best kheer is first you have to wash the rice, little bit right, take ghee, then roast it, and then put the milk, roast the rice, put the milk, and it should at least take 2 hours to make in a sim. Then that kheer is the real kheer, where the rice splits, not that you boil the rice and put the rice. That is stupid kheer. Generally, South Indians make that stupid kheer. They'll boil the rice, they'll put the rice in the boiling milk. No. Kheer means in mass scale, if you make not less than 6 hours. If in that only it cooks, that only it breaks, it becomes very nice. And then you put all keshar, everything. That is real kheer. So if you contemplate, and this person is not having that money and all, was contemplating, Baba was contemplating. And then just to check whether that kheer is hot or not, because you cannot serve hot kheer. Krishna's tongue will get burnt because Krishna loves kheer, he will drink then. So one cools it and then put. So he just checked whether it has come to room temperature. Oh, it's so hot. Then he opens his eyes and really his hand was burnt. So in meditation also, one serves Krishna. Like Vasudeva, he did not have anything to give charity when Krishna was born. He just meditated. Oh, I am giving 10,000 cows in charity. So this is known as meditation on the seva. One is physically when you go and do, but before that you have to meditate. Today, what items I have to make, in what best way I can make. So all these things. So in this also dhyanam we can do. So Jiva Goswami, it is given here. Yeah, the same story. Jiva Goswami writes. Okay. The story from Brahma Vaivarta Purana. You can read it afterwards. There was Brahmana in the city of Pratishthan. He was very poor but very peaceful, considering that he was reaping his karma. So like the story is there, same story. Okay. So read the whole thing. And it will come now. Yeah, it is there in the purport also. Read Aditya. All the 5 verses you just read, then one by or one verse, then who is going to read? Whom I told?
Last one, Mataji.
And
Okay.
then
Last you will read. Big one. Okay.
1.2.178 अथ ध्यानं रूपगुणक्रीडा सेवादे सुष्ठु चिन्तनम् meditation verse 87. Meditation means to contemplate with absorption on the Lord's form, qualities, pastimes, and service. Hare Krishna.
Meditation. To meditate means to engage the mind in thinking of the form of the Lord's, the qualities of the Lord, the activities of the Lord, and the service of the Lord. Meditation does not mean anything impersonal or void. According to Vedic literature, meditation is always on the form of Vishnu. Next.
1.2.179 तत्रूप ध्यानं यथा नासिंहे भगवच्चरणद्वन्द्व ध्यानं निर्द्वन्द्वम् ईरितं पापिनोऽपि प्रसङ्गेन विहितं सुहितं परम्. Meditation on the form from Narasimha Puran. Meditation on the 2 feet of the Lord is considered the means of attaining freedom from the dualities of this world. Even a sinner who casually meditates attains the highest benefit. Right.
In the Narasimha Purana, there is a statement about meditation on the form of the Lord. It is said there, meditation focusing on the lotus feet of Supreme Personality of Godhead has been accepted as transcendental and beyond the experience of material pain and pleasure. By such meditation, even one who is grossly miscreant can be delivered from the sinful reaction of his life. Hare Krishna.
1.2.180 गुणध्यानं यथा विष्णुधर्मे ये कुर्वन्ति सदा भक्त्या गुणानुस्मरणं हरे प्रक्षिणात्सौघस्ते प्रविशन्ति हरे पदम्. Meditation on the qualities of the Lord from Vishnu Dharma. Those who constantly meditate on the qualities of the Lord with devotion, having destroyed all contaminations, enter the abode of the Lord.
In the Vishnu Dharma, there is a statement about meditation on the transcendental qualities of the Lord. It is said, persons who are constantly engaged in Krishna consciousness and who remember the transcendental qualities of the Lord become free from all the reactions to sinful activities. And after being so cleansed, they become fit to enter into the kingdom of God. In the other words, no one can enter into the kingdom of God without being freed from all sinful reactions. One can avoid sinful reactions simply by remembering the Lord's form, quality, pastimes, etc.
1.2.181 क्रीडा ध्यानं यथा पाद्मे सर्वमाधुर्यसाराणि सर्वाद्भुतमयानि च ध्यायन् हरिश्चरित्राणि ललितानि विमुच्यते. Meditation on the pastimes of the Lord from the Padma Puran. He who meditates on the most sweet, most astonishing, charming pastimes of the Lord attains liberation.
In the Padma Purana, there is a statement about remembering the activities of the Lord. A person who is always engaged in meditation on the sweet pastimes and wonderful activities of the Lord surely becomes freed from all the material contaminations. Hare Krishna.
1.2.182 सेवा ध्यानं यथा पुराणान्तरे मानसेनोपचारेण परिचर्य हरिं सदा परेवान मनसा गम्यं तं साक्षात् प्रतिपेदिरे. Meditation on one's service from another Puran. Constantly serving the Lord with items produced in the mind, some devotees have directly attained the Lord, who is not approachable for others by words or mind.
Hare Krishna. In some of the Puranas, the evidence is given that if someone is simply meditating on devotional activities, he has achieved the desired result and has been face to face the Supreme Personality and has seen face to face the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In this connection, there is a story in the Brahma Vaivatra Purana that in the city of Pratishthan Pura in South India,
Vaivarta, Vaivarta.
Vaivarta Puran, and that in the city of Pura in South India, there was once a Brahmana who was not very well to do, but who was nevertheless satisfied in himself, thinking that it was because of his past mistakes and by the desire of Krishna that he did not get sufficient money and opulence. So he was not so he was not at all sorry for his poor material position, and he used to live very peacefully. He was very open hearted, and sometimes he went to hear some lectures delivered by great realized souls. At one, at one such meeting, while he was very faithfully hearing about Vaishnava activities, he was informed that these activities can be performed even by meditation. In other words, if a person is unable to actually perform Vaishnava activities physically, he can meditate upon the Vaishnava activities and thereby acquire all of the all of the same results. Because the Brahmana was not very well to do financially, he decided that he would simply meditate on grand royal devotional activities, and he began this business thus. Sometimes he would take his bath in the river of Godavari. After taking his bath, he would sit in this secluded place on the bank of the river, and by practicing the yoga exercise of pranayama and the usual breathing exercise, he would concentrate his mind. This breathing exercise are meant to mechanically fix the mind upon a particular subject. That is the result of the breathing exercise and also of the different sitting posture of yoga. Formerly, even quite ordinary person used to know how to fix the mind upon the remembrance of the Lord, and so the Brahmana was doing this. When he had fixed the form of the Lord in his mind, he began to imagine in his meditation that he was dressing to the Lord very nicely in costly clothing with ornaments, helmets, and other paraphernalia. Then he offered his respectful obeisances by bowing down before the Lord. After finishing the dressing, he began to imagine that he was cleaning the temple very nicely. After cleansing the temple, he imagined that he had many water jugs and made of gold and silver, and he took all those jugs to the river and filled them with the holy water. Not only did he collect water from the Godavari, but he collected from the Ganges, Yamuna, Narmada, and Kaveri. Generally, a Vaishnava, while worshipping the Lord, collects water from all these rivers by mantra chanting. The Brahmana, instead of chanting some mantra, imagined that he was physically securing water from all these rivers in golden and silver water pots. Then he collected all kinds of paraphernalia for worship, flowers, fruits, incense, and sandalwood pulp. He collected everything to place before the deity. All these waters, flowers, and scented articles were then very nicely offered to the deities to their satisfaction. Then he offered arti, and with the regulative principles, he finished all this activity in the correct worshipping method. He would daily execute similar performance at his routine work, and he continued to do so for many years. Then one day, the Brahmana imagined in his meditation that he had prepared some sweet rice with milk and sugar and offered the preparation to the deity. However, he was not very satisfied with the offering because the sweet rice had been prepared recently and it was still very hot. This preparation, sweet rice should not be taken hot. The cooler the sweet rice, the better its taste. So because the sweet rice had been prepared by the Brahmana very recently, he wanted to touch it so that he could know whether it was fit for eating by the Lord. As soon as he touched the sweet rice pot with his finger, he immediately was burned by the heat of the pot. In this way, his meditation broke. Now, when he looked at his finger, he saw that it was burnt, and he was wondering in astonishment how this could have happened because he was simply meditating on touching the hot sweet rice. He never thought that his finger would actually become burned. While he was thinking like this, in Vaikuntha, Lord Narayan, seated with his goddess of fortune, Lakshmi, began to smile humorously. On seeing the smiling of the Lord, all the goddess of fortune attending the Lord became very curious and asked Lord Narayana why he was smiling. The Lord, however, he did not reply to their inquisitiveness, but instead immediately sent for the Brahmana. An airplane sent from Vaikuntha immediately brought the Brahmana into the Lord Narayan's presence. When the Brahmana was thus present before the Lord and Goddess of Fortune, the Lord explained the whole story. The Brahmana was then fortunate enough to get an eternal place in Vaikuntha in the association of the Lord and his Lakshmis. This shows how the Lord is all pervading in spite of his being locally situated in his abode. Although the Lord was present in Vaikuntha, he was present also in the heart of the Brahman. When he was meditating on the worshipping process, thus we can understand that things offered by the devotees even in the meditation are accepted by the Lord and they help one achieve the desired results. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
How big paragraph, huh? So just by meditation of the Lord, one can achieve the desired results. So we will stop here. Next will
Mataji,
be transcendental service.
Mataji,
Yes.
one question, Mataji. So while doing japa, whether we should meditate on all these things or whether we should just focus on hearing the mantra?
Read it. See within your mind. I gone to Ayodhya some 10, 15 years before. The Babaji, he asked me, how do you chant? I hear. Then, along with hearing, just see the mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. You're able to see? Then he told, if you're able to see, your mind will not go here and there. Same time here. And okay. Then afterwards, there was Art of Chanting by Brahad Bhagavat Maharaj, the Prabhupada's disciple. He also told the same thing. While chanting, hear as well as see. Because abhinnatvam nam namino. There is no difference between nam and nami. So when we start seeing, we are not able to see within our mind, then we have to see the mantra. Write the mantra before us and keep Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Once we start doing that, slowly you close the eyes and see. When you do that, when you open the eyes also, when you chant also, when you start practicing, the siddhi is whenever you see, you will see the same. Stavara jangama dekhi na dekhi taramurti sarvatra hoye nija ishtadeva smriti. Everywhere you can see Lord. This is the art of chanting. You hear as well as you see. Close your eyes, all of you. Able to see Hare, just see. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Able to see? You're able to see, then you are practicing. Practice more and more. Yes, Aditya?
Yes, Mataji, need to practice. Not able to see fully, so we'll try.
It will come and then afterwards it will vanish because the thoughts will come. So, but when you practice it slowly, in a span of time, Krishna's mercy, you'll be able to see the whole mantra. Then when you chant, you'll be focusing. After that, also after 4 rounds, it will go somewhere else. Not so easy after 4 times seeing, then somewhere else will go. Then open the eyes and look here and there. Absorption means completely focusing and seeing that. 1 round also we are successful. Okay.
Thank you, Mataji.
Anybody else? Panchakalpatavibhascha कृपासिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः। वैष्णव की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय।